Emperor Palpatine, scheming, powerful and evil to the core. Darth Sidious restored the Sith and destroyed the Jedi Order. He slowly manipulated the political system of the Galactic Republic until he was named Supreme Chancellor and eventually Emperor, ruling the galaxy through fear. Hello, welcome to another Centurion's Corner, and today we're reviewing the Emperor Palpatine. Finally, I'm going to open this guy. I've had him for quite a while, like most of my collection. Most of it's all come before Christmas, and yeah, he comes second in the poll that I put on Instagram, where you guys just voted and commented down below. And yeah, again, I can't wait to open this guy. It's another addition to my ever-growing Empire shelf. And yeah, I mean, this guy's like the bee's knees, isn't he? He's like the main guy. And now from Rise of Skywalker, he's returned, and don't know what I think about that, to be honest. I kind of think that was the only way they could possibly go with the new sort of the new film after the disaster of Last of the Skywalker. Oh, sorry, it was the Last of the Skywalkers, but yeah, after the Last Jedi. To be honest, there was just everything that was ruined from The Force Awakens was just taken away in The Last Jedi, and I suppose the only way they could do it with Rise of Skywalker was kind of sort of like go completely out there and bring this guy back. And yeah, I've always sort of pondered really after the prequels and all that come out of Anakin falling through Coruscant and just landing on a speeder, how did the Emperor actually die falling down that kind of shaft, you know? Because I mean, I guess really Luke done the same thing in Empire Strikes Back, you know, managed to slow himself down and go through a sort of chute. So I'm guessing the Emperor kind of was a lot more powerful, so I guess yeah, he could survive it. But now it's been classed that he is a clone in the novelisation of it, so I don't know, they'll write their own rules and all that, but it's done now, and the film wasn't too bad, I suppose. So anyway, this guy here, I mean, in his kind of Return of the Jedi kind of look, but I suppose it can go for any of them really. And yeah, I mean, his blister pack looks pretty cool. We've got lightning hands, we've got his cane, and actually we've got a few alternative heads, which is pretty cool. I bought this guy on Amazon when he's kind of available for $39.99. I didn't want to pay over the odds, so I just wanted to pay just normal. So I just kind of paid attention to Amazon, and as soon as he was in, I nabbed him. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyway, let's get on with the review. We got the Emperor, his little head down here. It's quite a nice drawing actually of the Emperor. On the side here, we just got it, Emp, just written in there with Emperor Palpatine in really small writing on the side. He's an Amazon exclusive, obviously. And on the back, we've got his bio and his picture. So, without further ado, we just crack this bad boy open. Right, so here he is in his blister pack. And yeah, it's quite a cool blister pack by the looks of it. I've not actually fully opened it up yet, so we can have a quick look. And it looks like the chair's on a different blister pack. So as I bring this one forward, the chair is on its own. So that looks pretty cool. So we pull that to the side for a review later. And here he is, just kind of floating there in the air, kind of sitting in his chair. So we'll just pull him out. We'll have a quick kind of quick look at him before I take him away for some pictures. Put him through his paces. Show those pictures off at the end of the review as always. And see how good this guy really is. You can see he's got like a little tab on the side. So we just nab that out of the way, and here he is, still in his kind of posture, and oh, he's a bit old, he's a bit stiff on his legs. Oh, sorry mate. Right, there he is. So here he is, the Emperor Palpatine. Kind of got this sort of grey speck on there, kind of looks like half the paint's not used. But I suppose he does have a white face, and then he does have a kind of like human looking. I think I would prefer it to be grey rather than with the human speck all over it, to be honest. But it picks up a lot more on the camera than it does to the naked eye. It looks far worse there, but nonetheless, he looks alright. So what I do, just take him away, put him through his paces, put him through with some familiar friends, and we'll see you in a mo. Well, welcome back. So I've been away, taken some photos, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, I'm just going to point out that that silhouette here looks like the side profile of Darth Vader. That's funny. Anyway, so yeah, been away, taken some photos that I'll show at the end of the video. And yeah, I must admit, I haven't got the Emperor that went out before, but to be honest, I feel like I've got the ultimate Emperor here. He's fantastic. When I first got him out of the box, I thought I was a little bit let down by his robes. I thought, oh, it just doesn't look as good as I thought. But actually putting him out there, playing with him, getting those pictures, yeah, to be honest, it looks great. And this like face here on this camera at the moment looks absolutely fantastic. So accessory wise, yeah, he comes with he comes with 3 heads, but obviously he has to keep one on his head. So he comes with 2 extra heads, and he comes with his lightning hands, and also he comes with his cane. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. So we take a look. Well, we take a look at his faces really first. So here they are. They look a bit strange because we've got this kind of sort of like fleshy colour with the grey on it. I have heard that it weren't really supposed to be like that or anything like that, but to be honest, I kind of prefer the grey. I wish it didn't have the human sort of tone on there, because to me the Emperor's always been white. He's always been a bit grey. He's not been a human looking colour. But yeah, I mean, you can see it's Palpatine straight away, even as it's just a head. Got the sort of like sweeping hair that he was left with from Revenge of the Sith. And then we've got the other one. It's got a slight sort of grinning face to it. You can see those teeth in there as well, a few missing. And that's pretty cool in there. It's not too bad. I mean, they're just kind of peg holes. I do find when I'm changing his head though, it doesn't feel like the heads are actually connecting very well over the top. But I'll show you that in a minute once we go through. He comes with his cane. Unfortunately, it just feels a bit plasticky. Just absolutely just feels like a soft bit of plastic. Feels horrible. Just feels very sort of polished. It just obviously it does the look. He has a black cane, but yeah, it just feels a bit sort of tacky compared to the rest of the actual figure. It just feels a bit like it's from another accessory. And then we go down to his hands with his electric fingers. At first I did feel like they look a bit odd because where they've kind of bled the paint into the actual lightning, so it looks like he's got these really elonged kind of fingers. It looks a bit strange, but once they're on there and you're taking photos and stuff, you don't really notice. So, and the other accessory he comes with is obviously his throne chair, and yeah, I must admit it's pretty cool. It's very hollow, you know, for an extra accessory for a figure that sort of come for 40 quid. I think it's a pretty good steal. If they'd done any better, then I think you'd be paying more for your money. This bit here is actually spongy. It actually feels like a little seat, which is quite nice. It actually feels like a sort of like a nice chair to sit in. We've got all these kind of sort of like console parts on here on the side, like these communicators and whatnot. There's the other one just in there. We've got these extra little details on top of the throne with this little knobbly bit that sticks out, but it's soft, so you're not going to sort of scratch yourself or anything on there. Got a nice sort of silver trim, and then the chair's just, yeah, sculpted nice. And then we've got this sort of like stand at the bottom. It's not a suction cup, even though it does look like it, but it actually comes off. And you've got a little bit of detailing on there as well. But you can rotate, but being on a sort of a circle anyway, you just got to move the chair around, to be honest. And then looking at the figure, and we can start actually adding on his accessories. So we can pull that hood down and then bring it back up. And yeah, this is my kind of sort of go-to head for the Emperor. But yeah, we can just pop it off, and it just sort of pops off just really easily. That's what you want really if you've got an interchangeable head, but it just feels sometimes that I just want to turn it and it turns actually falling off. It's not me pulling it, it's just me turning it and it's popping off. And we can just put his head on there, second head, and yeah, as you can see, it just doesn't sort of fit down very well, and it's just sort of like they kind of just sit there, you know. I don't know if that's just mine or if that's what everyone's is like, but it just kind of feels like it just sits on the top of the neck. It doesn't feel actually sort of connected to figure, so as soon as I want to turn it, it just kind of pops off. Oh, we've got a satisfying click then. That's the first time ever. There we go. So with his hands as well, they're just kind of like on a nice little swivel. And we also got a little peg out on here, on the rocker part there, just so I show you that off. So I'll just change one, so when I go through his articulation, it just shows you that hand. And yeah, it just sort of fits on there. Again, we've got another little peg, so he can dip his hands down. And yeah, looking pretty good. It's just kind of nice addition to the actual the figure, really, just to have like these bits to add to your pictures and whatnot. So I mean, articulation wise, what we do, I'll just pop this off for now. Articulation wise, so we've got his head. He can actually turn left and right now, which is good. He can look down and he can look up. We've got a rotation here at the waist. We've got an arm that comes up all around, but obviously it's hindered by his robe. We've got a rotation at the, just slightly, yeah, it's just in the actual shoulder part here, his rotation. And then we've got a rotation at the wrist, and it's also on the hinge. His legs a bit hindered by the skirt, but they can come up this far, and he can go back this far. He's got a double jointed knee that's underneath there, and then he's got a rocker and a pivot, and also the little swivel on the upper thigh. So, you know, he's a Black Series figure. He's got all the kind of sort of articulation there. He's got everything that you need from the Emperor, even though most of the time he's going to be sitting down in his chair or kind of just walking next to Vader. And yeah, that's pretty it. So for sculpt wise, we've gone through his different faces and stuff, but actually we can actually take a complete close look at this character. I mean, the cloak is quite nice. For some reason it's picking up a lot of kind of it kind of looks glittery on the camera, but it's not. It is kind of just a matte black looking kind of sort of robe, a bit like similar to an old Batman's cape, or if you're looking at Darth Vader's kind of cape, it's the same as that, but for some reason it kind of looks a bit sparky on the old camera. And we can actually take this off, so we can actually get a better look at the figure. But looking at the robe, the last bit on there is his clasp on his neck, so they've got the detailing in there. And yeah, so this is the Emperor just kind of just chilling before he sort of like goes about his day. So we've got this sort of robe part just coming around there, got the raffle sword on his back and his arms, so it's just kind of just bog standard really. And we've got this kind of sort of like vinyl belt sash that's just there, and then we can lift up his skirt as well, and just under that we've got these sort of quite baggy trousers really. I suppose he's old Gramps by this point, and yeah, it's just kind of like baggy, and he's got his nice glossy black boots on there as well, so it's pretty cool. You know, actually for anyone that might even make a sort of like a custom kind of sort of like Sith, you know, sort of Palpatine, that's just kind of like a standard kind of type without his always robes on. It's pretty cool. Or it could be a body that you could use for something else, but for the price of the figure I very much doubt it, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, $39.99, Amazon exclusive. You get all those extra accessories. You know, you get his chair, you get his hands, you get his heads, and you get his robe. So, you know, in all, it's a pretty good bargain. It's a pretty good figure, and it completes your kind of sort of Imperial shelf. I mean, with that throne, you can have Darth Vader standing to the side of it. You can have all your other bits as well. You know, it finishes off that Return of the Jedi Luke that we just got as well. And yeah, it's just definitely worth a purchase, to be honest. So, you know, if you're an avid collector, or if you're just kind of like a semi kind of like just collecting slightly a few bits of the Black Series figure, then I highly recommend go out, get him. Why, it's $39.99, because I guarantee once this figure's gone, it's going to be really hard to get hold of. It's going to be one of those ones that you kind of wish that you kind of got, to be honest, because, you know, it's just come back in Return of, or Rise of the Skywalker, shall we say. But, yeah. So, guys, thank you again for joining me on this one. You can subscribe, you can like, you can leave a comment, and you can follow me on Instagram, which is in the description down below. And I'll see you next time. Take care, stay safe, bye.